What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Charting Crypto. Today over Onyxcoin or XCN. Man, there's blood in the streets. All coins are down pretty big today, including XCN, which is down 6.71% today at 2.8 cents. So we have a market cap of 862 million. So we dropped back below that $1 billion market cap. That is going to be a very critical area of support that we need to maintain once we flip back bullish here. So the volume is actually up today. The market cap's down today. The all-time high on this coin was last bull run at 18 cents. I still think it's easily obtainable to overshoot that and go. I think we said like a dollar this bull run, if I remember correctly. And the all-time low was a year ago. If you were about a year ago, you'd be up 388x on your investment. Insane. So XCN guys, we might be at a very good DCAing opportunity. We're going to go over it in the charts today, but if you're interested in XCN, you can pick it up on several different exchanges. Here's a list of them here, followed by 7 different pages down here. So if you want it, you can find it somewhere. So with that, let's get into the price prediction and technical analysis on XCN. All right, everybody, let's get into XCN here. This did not play out how we expected, but nonetheless, indicators are still reset. We had the pennant, which was forming very, very nicely, but you can see news outweighs, technical analysis. We can kind of move the goalpost a little bit for this. So that's exactly what we're going to do here. We still are consolidating within the pennant if we go off the wicks. Indicators on XCN still are pretty reset, guys. I know we're down a little bit today, but I really wouldn't be too concerned about it. I mean, the 4-hour chart, we're pretty reset here on the MACD. MACD is looking good, starting to roll back over bullish. The RSI is not overbought whatsoever. We're down here at about 41. I think I talked about it before. That's an area of support for XCN on the RSI. If we draw a horizontal line around this general area, you can see there are several different times that we've bounced around this general RSI level around 41. And then the next lowest one is right down here at about 535. So this is a general area where we bounce right here. So we're pretty near the bottom, which means if we do go down, it's not going to be that much further from where we're currently at. The great part is WTX is reset as well, guys. Look at that. We're pretty much reset right there. I wouldn't be waiting for a buy signal on the 4-hour time frame. I think the day chart's going to give us a little bit more detail on what to expect for the coin. Now, if we look at the stock RSI, this is the big one, guys. We had the fake out. We talked about it. We had the fake out. We had the blue over the orange, then it crashed again. Great part is, look at where we're at right now, guys. We're at 3.31 right now on the stock RSI. Now, yes, we have gone down to 0 to negative, or yeah, to 0 to 0.54 before, but you know what that means? We're pretty close to that, which means if we do happen to see a little bit more downwards movement, we don't have that much more to go till we're at rock bottom. So I wouldn't be expecting any large capitulations on XCN for the time being. If anything, the bottom is pretty much in. Like 2.5, I think 2.5 would be a great buying opportunity. And as you can see, we kind of wicked down to 2.4 right here for the continuation. So that's kind of what I'd be looking for right there on the 4-hour time frame. Let's actually draw a short-term fib so we can see our support and resistance. Short-term fib from the high to the low. You can see we actually wicked down to the 618 right here at about that 2.4, 2.5 area. So that might be the area that we might hard candle to, guys. So we're at 2.7 right now. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we came down here to the 618 one more time, which gives us like a 2.5 cents entry on XCN, which in my personal opinion wouldn't be a bad entry whatsoever, especially with the way that the indicators are looking, because they're getting ready to rock and roll. Like I mentioned, I do think we're in a very similar situation as this right here. It's just we're seeing a larger retracement, because it's more expanded right here. So consolidation, independent to a bullish movement to the upside. Now, if we look at the day chart here, this is going to give us a little bit more information on the general consensus. Now, this is kind of crazy to me. Like we talked about this several times. I was calling a pullback for XCN for a while, and I saw the comments, guys, and I just want to let you know I forgive you. You got I tell you, man, the comments are rough. As a YouTuber. But for real, we actually wicked down on the 786 here at about that 2225 area. That is our area to keep an eye on, guys. 22 to 25. And like we talked in the short term, we're pretty much bottomed out from the short term. There are a couple indicators that I want to go over here on the day chart. Now, if we look at the MACD, the largest bullish momentum we've ever had on the chart is just completing. And now you can see we're kind of V-lining for that crossover on the MACD, which if we cross over bearish, we're bearish. So blue below orange is bearish on the MACD, and it's kind of looking like that for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days has been less bullish than, or yeah, less bullish, more bearish. That's what these lighter green candles mean. And then we were overbought on the RSI. You can see double top on the RSI, currently finding a retracement right now. I would be keeping a very close eye on this RSI, because if we actually look, if we go back to, I think it's August of 2024, I was playing around with the chart earlier, and we draw an uptrend. We do have an uptrend on the RSI here. So day chart RSI could capitulate a little bit lower, but overall the momentum since August of 2024 on the RSI has been bullish. So we've been experiencing bullish momentum, higher highs and higher lows since that time frame. But in the meantime, I'd be focusing pretty heavy on that. We got the double top on the stock, or the WTX. We talked about that double sell signal. We're still in the red right now. We're starting to fall down. Our short-term uptrend, we did break our short-term uptrend right now. So we're really looking at the secondary. I don't think fibs work on this. I've never tried drawing a fib on a stock RSI before. Holy crap, that actually does. So you can actually bounce up to 382. So I mean, we could technically look for that 37 retracement right there. This is kind of new to me, something like this. Now I really haven't drawn fibs on these type of indicators before, so I don't know if it's really valid or not, but it kind of looks valid to me if you look at where the support and resistance areas are. The big thing, this is the big one, guys. So if you don't take anything away from this video, this is the big one, the stock RSI. So historically speaking, stock RSI, every time we've bottomed out, we've seen really good movement to the upside. For example, when we were this low back in November 2024, it was right here. We saw a decent run up to the 236 area from that point on. You can see after that we had a crossover right here. We didn't really blast up to the moon, but it was a bottom. I mean, you did technically move up. That's a 60% gain. It may not look like it on the screen, but that's a 60% gain right there. And then you can see once he crossed over blue over orange right here is when we started going straight vertical. And look where we're at. We're pretty much reset, guys. We're almost at ground zero right now on the stock RSI. So I think if anything, we have maybe one more flush down to, maybe 2225 to the hard candle down to that 786. And then that's all she wrote. So that might be a good buying opportunity, not financial advice. Just put a buy order in at the 786 area at 22 to 23. Let it sit. If you catch a wick off it, congratulations. That's a great entry. And then we can start continuing our way higher. But the day chart isn't looking too bad, in my personal opinion. I do think that 2-2 is going to hold. And the big one's the weekly. I remember going over the weekly on the last video, and we were pretty hot there. We were pretty hot. We were overbought. Like this is crazy high here, guys. We're at 96 on the weekly. Stock RSI on the weekly is looking for a crossover right here. We actually put in a lower high. And the MACD is still looking good. But so this big pump, I believe, is due to the Dow passing the listing on Binance, and then you got the large pump up right here. But overall, I mean, if you drop from the high to the low right here, we're not looking terrible. You're still above the lifelong 618 on Onyxcoin, which is at 2.3. So if anything, we're to test that lifelong 618 at 2.3, which in my personal opinion is a good place to DCA. The 618 is a very powerful support area, guys. It's called the golden pocket for a reason. So being above that 618, I don't think there's any reason why we would capitulate below it. I just think in the meantime, we'll probably just consolidate on that 618 here, right here, sideways consolidation until we start rallying to the upside. Like I mentioned, a lot of the indicators are reset. We're ready to rock and roll. So there's really not that much more downward momentum we can go, in my personal opinion. You can't go lower on a lot of these indicators, which in my personal opinion means the bottom's in. And then being, around that 618 at about 2223, I think that would be a great DCA opportunity. Now I might pick some of this up. I don't own any XCN. I've never owned XCN, but these indicators to me are looking kind of good right now at the bottom's in, and I might try to catch a quick flip on this and run it from 2.2 to all the way to the 76 at 6 cents and do a quick flip. But nonetheless, guys, I wouldn't be too concerned. Maybe we'll have a little bit more flush down, but overall indicators are looking reset. We don't have to worry about, I don't think we have to worry about a flash crash like this at all for XCN. So with that, none of this is financial advice. And if there's any coins that you would like me to chart, you can just send me a super chat in the comments and I'll get to your coin as soon as possible. Thank you.